Whitney. I really want to say and begin this video by saying I know it's been a long time, and I'm actually a bit shocked by how long it has been. I just went into my channel for the first time in a little while, and actually, I don't fully understand. I thought my most recent upload was something different, but anyways, I posted this video and maybe I hid it or something, but I had done a video, I think it was almost a year ago, and I just want to begin by saying the reason for that has been there's been two things that I started really focusing on this year in 2019 that kind of felt like they took the place of this channel and all of the reasons why I loved creating content on this channel. So there are a bunch of links in the description field related to what I'm going to talk about today. One of them, the very first one, is an update video I did on my main Eco Vegan Gal channel. And that has like a really good summary of what I've been working on, what's been going on, and why I haven't been posting as frequently on YouTube, not just on this channel, but really anywhere. And then after I did that video, I made 3 videos immediately after that I posted, and I'm working on a few others now. So there is a lot happening. And so if you missed videos, then at least you can know that there's a lot coming your way. Also, most importantly, what I'll get to before I share a little bit more is that I have been putting the most work and consistency into my newsletter. And as I said on my main channel video, in case you don't watch that or haven't watched it, don't want to watch that video, the newsletter is really the best way for you to get content from me during the times that I'm not posting as frequently on YouTube. It's, as I say in that other video, but I'll just repeat here just in case, it's really challenging on YouTube, on any social media platform, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, to stay in touch with your community, with your audience, as some people call it. And so a lot of the times, someone like me puts in a lot of work, and then a very small percentage of people see their videos. So a great example, on my main Eco Vegan Gal channel, I have 62,000 plus subscribers on there, which sounds like a good amount of people, right? It is. Granted, I've had that channel for over 10 years now, but my videos now, I'm lucky to get 500 views. I've posted, I think, 4 videos in the past week and a half-ish, and none of them have gotten 500 views. So not only is it frustrating, but it's very discouraging, as I've talked about many times over the years. And so there's not a lot of motivation to create content on YouTube when YouTube is making it really challenging to reach people like you who might want to see it. So the newsletter is really the best place for you to see content. I forget the numbers, but there's all these statistics that indicate how much more likely people are to see content through a newsletter. So opening up your email, for example, you're probably more likely to check your email than you are to check to see if somebody like me has created a video on YouTube or posted on Instagram or Facebook. And even if you want to check, you might forget to, or you just might not see it while you're scrolling through your feed because there's so much else to see on those platforms. The other thing, speaking of content, that I have been doing that's been actually very encouraging is TikTok. So in the description field, there's a link to my TikTok account. And actually, I'll change that to an actual link. Right now, it's just my username, which is @WhitLauritsen, WHITLAURITSEN. That is the new username I'm going to be using a lot in 2020 and beyond. I'm going to be doing actually a lot less using @EcoVeganGal as a username, but part of the reason I'm using @WhitLauritsen on TikTok is because I think I created an @EcoVeganGal account on Musical.ly, and then that got transferred over to TikTok, and I can't get into my old account. So I was like debating whether or not I should really fight to get EcoVeganGal back, or I should just become @WhitLauritsen, which I want to do anyway. So that's something I'll talk about a little today. So first of all, beyond all of that, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video, because it's been so long, and just anybody who's reached out to me and asking if I'm okay or if I'm going to quit YouTube or if, saying that they miss my videos, whatever. I really appreciate you and anyone who's been part of this channel for a really long time. Now that I've crossed the 10-year mark with my work, it's so fascinating to see how much has changed over the years and also to see the things that have stayed the same. People that have watched my video, watched my content and all of that over the years. So thank you. So hopefully my audio is okay because it's been a while since I've gone live. I feel insecure that the quality of this video isn't great, and, but I'm just gonna proceed as assuming everything is in good shape. So I also wanted to give you a little summary. I felt really compelled to make videos on this channel for the past few years. Actually, the reason I started this channel was because back then, which was like 2012, I think, it was kind of cool to have multiple channels. And so I liked the idea of splitting up my content amongst not just Eco Vegan Gal, but creating this channel and doing it a little bit differently, being more open, personal, and just kind of talking to the camera. That really appealed to me. And over the years, I was very drawn to this channel because I felt like I could vent here and I could share my innermost emotions and connect with you on a different level, whereas I could leave my more polished work on Eco Vegan Gal. And while that was still me, I felt like I was more me on this channel. I was more authentic. And that's something that I strive to be more and more so. And as I mentioned earlier when I was talking about TikTok, one thing I'm working on a lot of is moving away from the Eco Vegan Gal brand to the at Whitney Lauritsen brand and the whitneylauritsen.com brand. So I have a domain name, whitneylauritsen.com, and that's where I'm doing all of my content now. I rarely post on ecovegangal.com. In fact, if you go to ecovegangal.com, it redirects you to whitneylauritsen.com with the coming soon page. And I think I'm just going to find a way to archive the Eco Vegan Gal domain so you can still get all the content there, everything I've done over the past years, but push people towards whitneylauritsen.com because I want it to be about me, not about some avatar and some profile and some name, moniker I have for myself, but really being more authentic to who I am, which is much broader than the words eco and vegan and gal. So you'll see a lot of that happening. And as part of that, I have a new channel that I started at the very beginning of this year, 2019. I think it's just Whit Lauritsen. That's going to be my main username moving forward. Eventually, it takes a long time to kind of transfer or to navigate over. Transition is the term I'm looking for, over. So in the meantime, I'm still creating content under Eco Vegan Gal for the most part. But I had this new channel, and my plan, my vision for the beginning of 2019 was to like kind of take this channel and morph it over to the Whitney Lauritsen channel. And I started this whole vlog series, and I was on this path to creating vlogs every day over there, and I was so motivated. And I'm going to tell the whole story about what happened on that channel eventually. I think probably in a few weeks, I hope, to be doing all of that on that channel. But anyways, I'm bringing that up now because that was the big reason I wasn't doing content here, was because I wanted to start navigating everything, transferring everything over to that new channel. And transferring isn't quite the right word because I'm gonna keep all of these old channels, but I wanted to like transition myself over to that new channel. And that did not happen and has not happened yet. I am giving it another go in December of this year. And or wait, no, maybe did I decide December? I think I decided January. Now I'm confused. Yes, I think that was my plan. I think what I was going to do in December 2019 was to upload all of the videos I created for the Whitney Lauritsen channel and never posted, explain why I never posted them because there's a bit of a story behind that, and then start posting new videos at the end of December. So kind of like a Vlogmas thing. I think I'm going to do that, but to be honest, the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks are jam-packed for me with so much that I'm doing, mainly around my new brand, Wellevator. So that's also linked to down in the description. If you didn't know it, I have this new brand I started at the beginning of 2018, really started working on in mid 2018, and have spent a ton of time in 2019 working on. We, meaning me and my business partner Jason, my best friend, my ex-boyfriend, you might know, we have put a ton of work into that project. We have online courses. We're coming out with a new course. And our big focus for 2020 is our podcast. And this is a little microphone for it. It's called This Might Get Uncomfortable. And we're launching that, planning on it in mid-December 2019. So again, this is a huge reason to be part of the newsletter, because you'll get to see that announcement that you might miss in my videos or social media, whatever I'm doing. The newsletter is where it's at. And in fact, I have a newsletter for Whitney / Eco Vegan Gal, and I have a newsletter for Wellevator. You can sign up for one or the other or both, whatever you'd like, however interested you are in the content from either of them. So that's the other big thing, is that when I started doing the podcast for Wellevator, I found myself feeling so fulfilled. I used to do all of this, and by the way, thank you so much to Musty Fan, who said the audio is good. Thank you. And I need to give you a huge shout out. Given that this is the first video I've done in about a year, the fact that you're here for my live video is amazing. It's people like you whose names I remember, who have been so consistent and so supportive of me. Words cannot express how much you mean to me. And this goes for anybody else out there who might not be watching live. So thank you so much. And also thank you for letting me know the audio is okay, because I had no idea and I didn't feel like testing it. So anyways, I found that through recording the podcast episodes for This Might Get Uncomfortable, I felt a lot of the fulfillment that I used to feel from this channel. So the great news is that if you love this channel and you miss this channel and you also wanted a more evolved version of this channel, that's this podcast. This Might Get Uncomfortable is not exactly like what I've talked about in this channel, but it's very similar. Plus, you get the added benefit of having Jason Robel on, my co-host, every single episode, and we have special guests on some episodes. The podcast is for a little bit, I was going to say for the most part, but now I want to say for a little bit of the part. The podcast is not like anything I've done before, unless you count this channel, meaning it's 45-minute to an hour-long conversations between me and Jason, talking about a lot of the subject matters that I've discussed here with you, opening up about our feelings, being very raw, transparent, authentic about what we're going through. So again, similar to this channel, but you're listening into a conversation, which I think is a lot more interesting, and you get the benefit of it being audio only. This channel tended to be really long. Like most of my videos here were recorded live, they were unedited, they were at least 30 minutes long, and they're video. And more so people are listening to audio more than they're watching video, especially when it comes to long content. I have been working on this podcast with Jason for about a year, I think. Maybe it's been over a year. We started recording the episodes I think at the end of 2018, and then got really serious about this podcast in early 2019. We have banked about 25 to 30 episodes, and like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be launching them in mid-December 2019. So for anyone who's just tuning in, I saw some new people joining the live stream. All the links to what I've been talking about are down below, and you'll be able to watch the beginning of this video and catch yourself up later when it's recorded. But mainly, if you click the links in the description field down below, you will get caught up to speed on everything I'm talking about. Right now I'm talking about the podcast. Signing up for the newsletter is the thing I can emphasize the most, because that's the best way for me to keep in touch with you. So back to the podcast, we're planning on launching it in mid-December 2019. We're going to have a launch party, and we're actually doing a huge giveaway for the holidays to lead up to the podcast. We have tons planned. We want to do live events. We have so much that we're working on. It's just the beginning, and we're working with an incredible team of people to make this podcast really professional. They actually made these mics for us, so we have matching mics. Like I mentioned earlier, we have amazing guests, and we're actually focusing on bringing on people you may have never heard of before so that it feels more interesting to you. Plus, we'll have a mixture of people you have heard of and you love, and who knows? The good news is, because we're part of this podcast network and podcast team, we're really being pushed to be the best that we can be and be consistent. And so you're going to immediately have, well, not immediately, but you technically will have access to like at least 25 episodes almost right away. I think we're going to launch with 5 or 6 episodes. You can binge listen to all of those during the holidays if you want. And then we'll have at like probably 2 to 3 episodes released each week from then on. So you'll have a ton of content. So maybe that'll be my big focus, instead of doing YouTube as regularly, because to be honest, it has felt discouraging and less exciting to me to do YouTube, mainly because I love doing long videos. I like sitting down and having a conversation. I love sitting down and sharing my feelings on things. I love doing live videos with you. And that's why the podcast has just felt so nourishing. And it's just going to sound more interesting and more polished. We have music and we have editors, making it sound really good. So hopefully to you, it'll be much more nourishing, and we'll have specific topics and all of that. So yeah, I just feel like the podcast is a great direction. And one more thing I was going to say about that. Just definitely sign up for the newsletter, mainly because of the giveaway that we're doing in December. We're putting a lot of work into it and trying to make it super high value. And I think we're going to choose multiple winners and do all this stuff. So giveaways always really excite me, and I love finding ways to give back to you. And oh, I honestly, this is so weird. I keep forgetting to talk about this. At the very beginning of this video, I mentioned the update video I recently published on the Eco Vegan Gal channel. So again, that's linked down below. I keep forgetting that I'm coming out with a book in February, technically. It was supposed to come out in January, but it's coming out in February, and it's not like the books that I've self-published in the past. You may know that I've been working on a self-published book called Healthy Balanced Body. I've been working on that for most of this year. It's not done yet. That's a whole nother story, but it's a work in progress. However, I have officially finished a traditionally published book, and that's coming out in February, beginning of February. I'm a co-author of it. It is a cookbook. It's about vegan food, of course, and it's a very specific topic. So I'm not going to say what it is now. I'll make a big announcement in the newsletter. I'll make announcements on the main Eco Vegan Gal channel and on social media. I don't know what I'll be doing on this channel from now on. So that's another reason I'm pushing you towards the newsletter, because I don't know what's going to happen with this channel. It's very exciting to be back on here, to be honest. I feel alive in a way that I don't really feel on the main Eco Vegan Gal channel. I feel more free on this channel. But if you missed it earlier, I have that other channel, Whitney Lauritsen, that'll be putting a lot of energy into probably in December of this year. So it's very possible that I'm going to phase out this channel and take all of this positive energy and put it over there, and then actually stop Eco Vegan Gal channel and put everything over there. So that's my aim. If you missed it earlier, my aim is to move away from the Eco Vegan Gal brand and move towards the brand Whitney Lauritsen, which is me, and just make everything all compact and have one channel I'm publishing on and one username, one domain name, aside from the fact that I'll also have Wellevator. I guess I'm just somebody that loves working on tons of different things. So technically I'll have multiple brands still, but I'm trying to like condense it as much as possible so that it's not quite as all over the place. I never meant it to be all over the place. I think when I did this channel back in 2012, my aim was just to have something different and I didn't think that people on the Eco Vegan Gal channel were going to want the content that I do here. Maybe they would have. At the time, I didn't think so. And honestly, I still don't think so. I think that there's a lot of crossover between this uncensored channel and the Eco Vegan Gal channel, but I feel different on this channel, and I feel like the community is different and it's more supportive. I feel like I can be more myself. The trouble with having a bigger audience on a platform like Eco Vegan Gal is like you attract more criticism, and I felt like there was a lot of pressure to be a certain way on that channel. And looking back, I don't think that was really true. It was probably most in my head, but that's just where I was, right? We do the best that we can with the knowledge and the awareness that we have at that time. So I actually need to wrap up this video, but it's so meaningful to me that some of you tuned in live. It's meaningful to me, to anybody who watches the recording of this. And I will say, I think I stated, didn't I say this earlier? Yeah, I did. Okay, it's hard to keep track because there's so much to share with you. Um, TikTok has been a lot of fun. And TikTok has been really interesting too. Speaking of criticism, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm trying to express myself and not get too in my head on TikTok, but I've really been enjoying it. And I just posted a video today and it's getting lots of views, and that's very encouraging, but I'm trying not to get attached to those superficial things. I don't know, it's honestly very strange being a content creator at times. We attach so much to metrics, to likes and views and comments and subscribers and customers and all this stuff. And ultimately that's not what matters, but in a lot of ways it does matter to someone like me whose career is based around all that stuff. So it's challenging navigating it, and these are the sort of things that I want to post more about on the Whitney Laurison channel. These are the things that you have to look forward to. I don't think I included the link to that channel down below yet because I'm trying to keep that channel kind of quiet, but you could go look for it if you'd like. Maybe you'll find it and find some of the vlogs I did at the very beginning of this year. But again, if you sign up for my newsletter, I will be sharing all the details of that channel once it gets back up and running. And I just wanted to acknowledge a comment from O'Leary who said hi. Thank you so much for being live here, O'Leary. It means the world to me, and for saying hello. All right, I gotta go. Move on. I have a lot on my plate, and most of the things that I'm working on are linked in the description field. So please sign up for the newsletter. Please check out Wellevator and the podcast. Check out TikTok. Even if you've never been on TikTok and you're just curious, you've been hearing about it, you can use me as an excuse. I'm not attached to whether or not you like my videos, but one thing I will say is that I'm working on some TikTok tutorials. At least that's what I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to get to it anytime soon. I'm trying, but I have my long list of to-dos. It's on there. So if you're interested in TikTok, I will be posting videos about that on one of my channels at some point, and then sharing that in my newsletter. And thank you to Aurelion8. Gosh, it's so nice to see some of you for the first time in so long. It really is. It's just cool that you're still here and that you still care, and that I still remember you too. I want you to know that too. You guys have a special place in my heart. Okay, I'm going to head out. So thanks again for watching. I look forward to staying in touch with you, seeing you soon. Thanks for your patience and your love and your commitment and being part of this community. And whether I see you here or my new channel or my other channels, wherever you're going to be, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Be sure to say hi, and if we'll see if I post another video here. I'm not really, this video is not meant to be like bye forever or anything. This is really just meant to be like an update, hello, explanation video. And it's very possible that I'll do videos here, but if you don't see video here, it's probably because I moved over to the Whitney Laurison channel. So look for that link down below and for announcements on that in the newsletter. Okay, until next time, sending you lots of love.